Hi, welcome. avtechnician.ca, your channel of tips and tricks for AV technicians. Welcome back. Today is part 5 of OBS, the tour of OBS Studio. And we're going to carry on learning a little bit more about how to deal with audio in OBS Studio. Now, as always, we want you to remember to like this channel. Don't forget to do thumbs up. We like this channel and subscribe to it as well. And we leave comments and so on like that. Really helpful if you leave me comments. They motivate me, and also they encourage me to find new topics to talk to you about. I don't know. I've got about 1,000 different things I want to do on videos. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So if you haven't already learned, OBS Studio is a free community-supported application, always free. While they will accept a donation, they really do not bug you about it at all. It is totally free, totally community-driven. There are so many things you can do with OBS. It's downloadable at www.obsproject.com. Go ahead and download and install it if you haven't already done so. I'll freeze. Okay, there you go. Did you get it? Download already? Or I hope you hit pause. While I froze, you paused, and then you downloaded and installed. Never mind. You get the drift of what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're going to talk about part 5. Now, last part, version 4, part 4, I talked about how to get audio into your computer, which was very interesting because many of us forget that we still need to get audio into our system. So in order to actually do audio into our system, we want to learn how to manipulate it within. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip over. I'm going to flip over. There you go. You should now be seeing the OBS that you guys see. This one, as you see, I work in studio mode. I could work without that. I could work in normal mode. I could turn this off and I could work in a normal mode. And then you still see my wonderful face and all that stuff. Or you could go in studio mode where all the changes we make happen on the left side. And until we hit transition, they don't happen on the right side. That's why I tend to like it. So you can go this route or whichever route you like. But let's stick to this screen. So it really doesn't matter because what we're most concerned about is this middle section right here where it says audio mixer. Now to get this to come in, you notice that in my sources I created an audio input capture. Now if I click on that, you'll notice that the device I'm using is a USB audio codec, which means I'm actually using my little mixer that brings the sound in via my little microphone here. That's what this red thing is. You know, it's not just a red thing sticking out, it's a microphone. Beep, beep. There we go. I could choose to use my microphone that is the built-in Realtek. That's the one that's on the computer, right over here somewhere. Anyway, or I have the ability to come in on my USB connector. I happen to also have a microphone on my camera connector through my iPad, but I don't like to use it. It's not very good. And plus I have on my version of OBS, I have NDI installed. I don't see telnet, but it's in there somewhere. So anyway, I just leave it on USB. So this is where we're getting this audio sound from. Now you have also, within this audio, you have several things to deal with properties. Now if you click this little triple dots here, you can do the same thing here in this little triple dots. Okay, no, that's different. Alright, so you can use this one here, this is a little cog, or you can triple dot and choose advanced audio properties. This window pops up. It shows you all of your audio devices that are active on your system. I have only one audio device active, and that's my audio input, which is my microphone coming in. Now, many of you say, well, how can I monitor my sound? And well, there you are, right there. It says monitor off. Now, I can actually turn the monitor only so that I can hear it if I have a monitor set up, or but the output's not going, or I can hear them both. So if I turn that on, whoa, 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 whoa. See? Gotta be careful. You turn that on, it starts playing through the speakers, and you start having some back feedback and all that kind of stuff. So you got to be very careful. That's when you should use things called headphones. If you use headphones, then you should be fine, and I'm not going to try and do that. They're all tied up in my cables on the desk here. But this is how you can actually monitor it, but that you got to be cautious that you're it's okay if you're the technician at the back of the room and you aren't where the microphones are, then you don't mind. You can turn that on. That's your monitor and output. You turn that on. And notice you can also turn anywhere of those 5 or 6, well, I think there's 6, up to any of the 6 tracks that are available. You can get any one of the 6 tracks that you can be monitoring. In my computer, I have set up track 1 is the USB, track 2 is the built-in microphone, and all the other ones I haven't set up. But that's okay. So this is how you can actually monitor your sound. And then you close that and everything goes away. Now you also have the properties of what you're doing. This is just simply choosing which item it is. Okay. Then of course you have filters. You have the ability to add filters in. Plus you have a 3-band equalizer, which gives you the ability to go to deal with your highs and your low, and then all those mid altos and tenor sounds that can happen in there. I don't even know if you're hearing it because I'm not paying attention. I don't have headphones on, so I don't even know if you heard what I just did. Okay, you also have, I can also toss that one away. Thank you, goodbye. You also have other filters in here, compressor, expander, gain. You have a noise gate and noise suppression. Noise suppression, I've used this times when I've had a room that's a little bit noisy. I turn on noise suppression, and there you have, basically you choose the first one. This one is the most obvious, it's the most work. Good quality, it takes away a lot of the little background. Or you can have this other one, and you can choose the level of noise suppression. I don't have no idea what you're hearing right now when I'm doing this, but you probably notice a bit of the buzzes that are in the room might be just disappearing as I play with this. I tend to leave it right there when I actually do use this. I usually only use it if I have noise, because my little red microphone here usually kicks up the sound pretty good. It's only if the room is a bit noisy. And that's the one I like. Then upper compressor and so on. There's not a whole lot here, and if you know what these things mean, then they're helpful to you. Compressor, expand, gain, limiter, and so on. Okay. So if you have audio, this is for capturing audio coming in. Now, if you happen to be playing a video, so let's try that out. I'm going to go here, and I'm actually going to now add in a media source. I'm going to find myself a video. So I'm going to browse through and look on my computer for, or don't read my documents, it's terrible. What have I got in videos? There we go, there's a video. Right? So you have it as a local file, you can set it to loop, you can have it restart every time you start it, etc. And you can play it at certain speeds. You have various things, you can hit OK, and that media source, when you take it live, boop, it should start to play. See? And you notice that there's sound happening. And if we were to go into this, well, actually you're probably not going to hear it, because here I am right now realizing you're not hearing. But if I hit the monitor and turn that, it's probably going through my microphone. And where's the movie gone? Naturally, of course, it's got to go through its credits. Come on! Come on! Come on! I have no idea what you're hearing. It's hard to say what you're hearing. You could be hearing almost anything. Okay? There you go. Alright, enough of that. You don't need to hear that anymore. So then I'll go back to my scene 2, and I do this, and it stops playing that video. Remember when I set this up, I set up the properties, I told it to restart playback when source becomes active. If I turn this off, it'd be great. So like if you wanted a video to be playing in the background of your presentation or your video recording, you could set a short video to be a loop. And you've seen sometimes people do that with waterfalls, trees blowing, clouds moving, or whatever. You might use that in the background. And you do have the speed control. You do have filters involved here. You can have audio-visual filters, everything, all the sound, different things that we looked at a few moments ago. And we have effects where we can go and put in LUTs, background removal, chroma key, color correction, color key, crop pad, enhance portrait, blah, 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 blah. All these options available. Okay. That was on scene 3. So let's go back and put that back in there so that you can see me. Hi! Okay. So You can set up different ways. Now, an interesting one is when I am doing Zoom and I am recording the Zoom as an attendee. Then you have a problem because the audio input is not, it's only what you put into the system. But if you're wanting to capture the Zoom audio, then you have to actually put in an audio output capture. Now, many people haven't learned how this one works. I know a lot of my coworkers are like, what are you doing? But if I'm doing a Zoom record, which I do a lot, I can choose to use the device that comes from it, whether it's the speakers, the USB codec, or whatever. I just go with whatever the default is for the computer. And what happens now, you see, is, and I transition this over, and now I'm working on output capture. Now that would be really great if I was to put it on, if I was to be doing a Zoom. If I was to have a video playing, just like I have here, of a video playing, and if I add in the output source, output capture, existing output capture, and that should mean that I should be able to see, when I hit this transition, I should see some audio bouncing on both sides, because whatever is happening on the speaker side of the computer should then have some recording happening to it. So, okay, Paul, what are you talking about when you're recording Zoom? Doesn't Zoom record itself? Well, we haven't finished learning enough about Zoom to really know this, but when you try to capture Zoom, you hit the record Zoom, and what you get is the PowerPoint in big, and you get this little tiny camera shot in the corner. That's the recording that Zoom gives you. Looks absolutely ugly. So what I do is I have a second computer set up, and that second computer is set up as an attendee, where I have side by side. I have the PowerPoint on one side and the camera shot on the right side. And there's even a little slider, if you've got it properly configured, where you can make the camera bigger, smaller, whichever. And it really helps a lot. Now I'm talking all this way, and I'm noticing it's not capturing any output because I don't have any output happening. All right, so let me turn the output on. Output on. Yeah. See, now suddenly it's moving, because what it's doing with this audio output capture is it's capturing the sound that is coming out to your speakers. However you're connecting sound to your speakers or to your headphones or whatever, however you're doing that, then your output captures it. So back to that Zoom thing, I use as an attendee, I use a second computer as an attendee, and that is how I then record using OBS. I record a side-by-side, a bigger camera and a nicer picture, PowerPoint, and I control the output in such a way that I can make it do all sorts of things. It makes a Zoom recording look so much better. So here you see, and you're probably getting distracted with extra noise, so I'll turn the noise off. Hang on a second here. I'm going to turn that off because you are being distracted. You're not listening to me. Why are you not listening to me? All right, so those are the two audio things, and you'll notice that some of these other things have sound. Like if you were doing a video capture device, it would have a sound option to you. You have to choose an item, so you choose the forward-facing camera. You go down, and it has sound output, so it captures sound audio only. And then if I was to push that over, you would see the video capture card has sound. But in this case, my video capture card has no sound. I don't know why it doesn't have sound, but my camera is there. And so we go back there, and we're going to get rid of this guy because he's distracting me. Goodbye. Okay, we're back here. Hi. My room went dark. Did the lights go out? Wow. I thought I was nice and bright, and suddenly I'm not. Let me give you guys a little more light so you can see my face. There we go. Anyhow, I get distracted. So this is just a very little tidbit about OBS and part 5, using audio in OBS. I have the audio input, audio output capture, video capture, and I guess the video capture is not there anymore, but if I transition over, boom, 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 there we go. Audio input capture captures anything coming into your computer, whether through the microphone, the jacks, or your USB device. And audio output capture is when you're playing something that you want to record. So be it a video or a Zoom meeting or whatever, anything your computer is sending sound out to is used for audio output capture. And that's that one there. Okay? And if you have it set up with your video capture device, if your device captures sound, you'll also have that sound happening. Okay? So there we have a very brief view of OBS and audio. We'll come back in another video in a moment and learn a little bit more about output, putting things out. That's the streaming, the recording, the virtual camera. We're going to tackle that in the next video or two. Thanks for watching, and please like this video, unless you hated it. In that case, well, you always like my videos, so thanks. Yeah, and don't forget to hit subscribe and leave comments. I'm Paul Donovan, avtechnician.ca, your tips and tricks for AV technicians. Thanks for watching, and come on back again.